section we are going to learn about the rayon. If you want to buy the silk cloths, it's very easy to buy the silk cloths. Yes, it's very easy for us. But if you want to buy for so many people, it's become very difficult because we have to take the production of the silkworms and manufacturing everything. The long process, the lengthy process, then only you will get the silk. But here, the rayon, it is the replacement of the silk, because if you want the silk means, the natural silk means it's very difficult from the silkworm to obtain the silk from the silkworm, because the process, the production and manufacturing and the time process is also very long or lengthy. So that's what here the replacement of the silk is the artificial silk. So that is only called rayon, and it is made by the man. So it is a man-made silk. So when they are asked the question that what is the artificial silk, immediately you have to say it is a rayon. And come back to the rayon. It is first achieved in USA. Then afterwards, in the 19th century, in the year 1924, they given the name as a rayon. Okay, so first they are achieved in USA, and later in the 19th century, in the year 1924, they given the name as a rayon. And in India, the first rayon industry is in Kerala in the year 1946. Okay, now come back to the preparation of the rayon. So rayon is prepared by the polymers. We know what is the polymers, many units. So, and the main important source is here the bamboo pulp or the wood pulp. You know the bamboo, no? So the bamboo pulp, okay, the pulp, the powder, the pulp, the substances, the cellulose which is present onto the bamboo. So that is only called cellular fibers. Okay, we are taking the main important source as the wood pulp or the bamboo pulp, and that pulp consists of a cellulose. So that cellulose only we call it as cellular fibers, and it is treated with several chemicals. So several chemicals like sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. Please remember this: sodium hydroxide, sodium NaOH, sodium hydroxide. OH means hydroxide, Na means sodium, sodium hydroxide. Next, carbon disulfide. C indicates carbon. Sulfur, S means sulfur. Two sulfurs are present, so disulfur, carbon disulfur. So it is treated with several chemicals. Along with that, even it is treated with sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. Then it becomes like a viscous. Viscous means, suppose you have a powder, in that if you add some liquid, so what happens, it becomes like a liquid nature, like a fluid in nature. Like syrup, if you have a syrup tonic, you will be drinking the tonic or syrups, you know, how the syrup is present, it is like a viscous, no, it is not thick, it is not loose, so it is like a syrup. So that type of syrup we call it as viscous in nature. So this viscous, because it is a sticky, somewhat hard, not loose, so that type of viscous substances we are passing into the spindlet. Already you know what is the spindlet. You studied in the first topic, that is the nylon. Okay, spindlet means it consists of small tiny holes. A container which has small tiny holes which give the shape and size for the fiber. Okay, so now you have to pass this viscous into this particular container where it has small tiny holes. So take this viscous and pour into this. Then bottom of this down you have to pour dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, H2SO4 indicates sulfuric acid. DIL means dilute sulfuric acid. So here spindlet is present. So onto the spindlet you have the viscous syrup, and down bottom for this container you have to place one more container down where in this dilute sulfuric acid must be present. Okay, now from this small tiny holes from the spindlet, this fiber comes out in the form of a shape and size. Then it will be dissolved and reacted with the dilute sulfuric acid. Then it becomes a silk-like thread. Okay, so it becomes like a silk-like thread, and this silk-like thread already is reacting with the acid, sulfuric acid. So the complete threads will get the chemical smell. So that chemical smell has to wash out by using the soap and the dry. So the machinery will be run off like this, and the sides, the soap water will be takes place, and it will be cleaning of this chemical. Then it will be moved forward, then it will be dry. Then you will get the new fiber. So that new fiber only we call it as a rayon. So this is about the preparation. Now let us talk about the preparation one more time. Let me repeat it. Repeat this. So nylon is prepared by the polymers. Polymers means many units. So that many units, the main important source is the bamboo pulp or the wood pulp, or that only we call it as cellulose pulp, because in the bamboo and the wood it consists of cellulose. Cellulose. So that fiber we call it as cellular fibers. It is treating with so many chemicals, with the several chemicals along with the sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. Then it becomes like a viscous substances, sticky, solid, fluid substances. Then we are going to pass with the spinlet, and then from the spinlet you will get the shape and size for the fiber. Then you are going to dissolve in the dilute sulfuric acid. So it is reacting with the dilute sulfuric acid and it becomes somewhat thick, strong. Then it becomes like a thin thread-like structure, silk thread-like structure. Then you are going to wash with the soap and dry it off, because there is treated with the chemicals. You will be getting the chemical smell. Then it becomes a new fiber. That new fiber only we call it as a rayon. Now this is about the preparation. Next one. In the properties, you can see the uses and the properties. You can see it is very cheap in nature. Okay, it's very cheap, and you can apply some different colors. Where you have to apply? So when you are treating the viscous. So in this viscous, when the viscous is present, so whatever the dye you want, whatever the color you want, so you can apply the dye here, and then the particular fiber will get the color. Okay, so you are going to add the dye, and it is very cheap. The substances. Okay, this is about the rayon. Now next one is blending. Okay, blending process. So while we are talking about the blending, now we studied about the nylon. It's very good. Rayon. Okay, but again, while we are talking about the blending, you may get the doubt. Now we'll talk about some shopping. We went to the shopping. So here, some of the cloths, if you observe, it has a branded label. Do you observe any time? You will be selected some branded dresses only, branded company. So like that you have some brand labels will be there. So that label, how they are designed? By the process called blending process. First of all, we'll understand what is known as the blending. Blending means any synthetic fibers that will be combined with two or more other fibers. So that is called the blending process. Like, it's not easy to get the natural fibers for all the people. It's very difficult to get it. Natural fibers are not at all available properly. So we are depend upon synthetic fibers, because they are replaces the natural to the synthetic. Okay, natural fibers whatever is there, this synthetic fibers are replaced with the artificial fibers. Okay, now whenever the preparation is going on, it's not easy to take only one type of fiber. Okay, like suppose for example you have a bridge. Okay, flyover is there. So the flyover is not at all made up of only one substances like iron. The iron is mixing with some other substances. Then only it is very strong. If only iron is there, so what happens? There is a chance of rusting and it may be damaged. For recovering the rusting, okay, to escape from the rusting or to avoid the rusting, we are mixing some other metals also to give the strength and to avoid the rusting. The same way here also, some of the fibers are there which has some other properties. So that property, this property we are combining. So that combining only we call it as blending process. So here any synthetic fiber, any type of synthetic fiber, when it is combining with two or more substances or two or more fibers, other fibers, so then only we call it as a blending process. And why we are doing this blending process? To get the better fiber. So why we are mixing some other metal for the flyovers? Only you can use the iron, no? So why we are doing? To get the better strong strength for that. The same way here also. So why we are mixing this fibers? Because to get the better fiber. So now let us see here. Suppose for example you have a cotton dress. When you buy the cotton dress, it is very attractive, very comfort over body, it's very good and good looking and attraction and very decent also when you wear the cotton dresses, right? It's okay, but after washing the 2 or 3 washing, what happened? It becomes shrinking. It will be started shrinking the cloth. So after the 2 or 3 washes itself, it now you can't able to use that cloth. You can use the cloth for the cleaning purpose, right? Yes. Now this is the property for the cotton. Now come back to the polyester. You are going on using the polyester for many days also. It will be very new. Okay. The color also won't be dull. But only the thing is, it will get the wrinkles to the cloth. Okay, the cloth will be good, it will be shiny, the shininess also doesn't move from the cloth. But what happens, the main drawback for the polyester is, you will get the wrinkles for that. Now, the cotton is comfortable, but it is shrinking. The polyester is not so comfortable, but it has a property of wrinkles. Okay, then if you mix this two, like a blending process, so if you mix these two fibers, so what happens here, the fiber becomes a better fiber, like it has a comfortable for our body, one thing. The second thing is no wrinkles, because the cotton is supporting for the polyester, so the cloth will be wrinkleless cloth and it will be stay for the longer time. So like that, some uses are there by the process of blending process. So like that, one example I given. So you can mix the mix with the cotton, you will get the bed sheets. So when you are mixing the rayon. So when you mix the rayon with the cotton, you will get the bed sheets. The same way, if you mix with the wool, you will get the carpets. When the rayon is mixed with the wool, you will get the carpets. And even not only that, even for some fashions, some home furnishing like a mats, door mats and carpets. So for that also this type of things will be used. And most perfect fiber, don't think that it is a perfect fiber, because it is not a perfect fiber. Like if you take the rayon substances, suppose you think that you got some burning, something is happened here, you tied the rayon cloth. Okay, and doctor will say that water should not allowed in this particular place. Why? Tell me why? Because whenever the water droplets will be present in that particular portion, wherever the bandage, the rayon is applied, so there is a capacity of absorbing the water very fast. The rayon has a capacity to absorb the water very fast. Then whatever the process they given here, it has a chance to spoil the cloth. Do you understand? Okay, whenever the dressing is taking place, so suppose for example you got some wood or some burning or something happened to your hand or somewhere, some other places. So what the doctor will do, he will apply some ointment, then he will apply some cotton and he will do the dressing there. Okay, and he will say very seriously to don't allow the water in that particular position. So if you allow the water immediately, what happens? This fiber has a capacity to absorb the water very fast. And whatever the ointment they applied, so it may be damaged, or dressing also will be damaged. So by this incident, what you understand, the rayon will absorb the water very fast, and whatever the cellulose are there in that, it will be break off. Very easily it will be break off. So that's what it is not strong. It's very loose and not a perfect fiber. You got it? Okay, why so? Because it is made up of, the main important source is the wood pulp. You know that wood pulp will absorb the water very fast. Okay, the wood cellulose will be absorb the water very fast. And this particular fiber is made up of the rayon, the wood pulp, the rayon only. So that's what it has a capacity to absorb the water very fast, and there is a chance of spoiling or breaking that cellulose and damage the rayon. So this is about the rayon. So in this rayon section, and in this section we studied about the rayon. We learn about what is the introduction of the rayon, and this is the artificial silk, preparation of the rayon, and we learn about the properties and uses of the rayon, and we studied about the blending process and why we are using the blending process, and what are the useful of the blending process, and what type of fibers you will be getting if you are doing the blending process. So this is about today's section, and tomorrow we are going to move with the another section.